I think it's gone.
Do you want a Peppa Pig plaster?
Have you got any?
Love Bieber, such a squeezer.
It's a race car! There's what, a couple of inches? Mating, probably. JK.
Me, hello.
Right, I did just myself and didn't even hear you. So guys, welcome back to the channel and I have a huge announcement to start today's video. The E46 has its very first sponsor. A local company has come through, White Tyres, and they're actually going to sponsor the build with tyres. Now, I was sort of saying, you know, on the cusp of doing stuff to this, we might turn it to a drift car. That is the sort of idea here. We need to go and slide it around and enjoy it, but of course we need some good rubber. They have come through and they're going to sponsor the build with some Falcon tyres. They're a distributor of Falcon tyres on the Isle of Wight. So if you're Isle of Wight based, these are the guys to go to. And I would like to say a huge thank you to these people. Honestly, to get to this point where people are coming in and deciding to help us out with this build is exactly what we're after here. So, oh hello Dan, alright?
Yeah, looking.
Alright,
a little bit of advertising.
You're coming in with stuff and things. Did you just show the internet your ass?
Yeah. It's fluffy, according to my missus.
It's fluffy and nice.
Hang on, can we just, while we stood here, right? He has a thing for getting my bowl
Yeah,
spot.
bowl spot. Can you just zoom in on that as he did that? Yeah, thanks.
My missus points this out constantly, so thank you for Jamie for
Do you know
putting
what?
my bowl spot on the internet.
It's alright, you'll get a full slowed down clip of your bold spot now. In that part of the video.
She's now referring it to, right, hashtag bold spot when I walk in the door. So there you
Everybody
go.
put that below, hashtag bold spot.
Thank you.
Sorry Dan, sorry Dan. But yeah, White Tyres has come through and they are going to help us out with the build. So that is an awesome, awesome thing. Again, if you are interested in anything we do on the channel and you would like to promote your business, service, anything like that, I'm always looking to work with awesome people to promote their products. Because if you support us, we support you, we're able to make more content. That's how all of this works. Now, as you can see, as I come over with a door, this is the door you guys can just about see. Let me angle you guys down. Now, as you can see, we have a new door because, as you remember, or may not remember, the door that was on this side that I took off last time was very mangled. Mainly from getting this thing out from where it was with a forklift. So, we have the new door, but we have the first sponsor, White Tyres, across the bottom. We have that on both doors. Very exciting. Doors on, and I can't believe how much messing about that actually took. As you can see, we're relatively in line. There's a bit more gap here than I want there to be, but it does fit relatively flush. This is the first time I've ever actually put a door on anything, and it's so much harder than you think it is. In fact, I had to get Dan from next door to actually come over and help me actually hang it properly. But we're actually going to transfer all of the inside, because this of course did not come with any glass or anything like that. The locking mechanisms and stuff need to go in there, but it did come with wiring loom and stuff, so it actually has the wiring already in the car. The plug went into the actual chassis, so that's all good. That's good. I don't have to feed all that back through, but we will try and line it up a little bit better, I think, just to get a little bit more in there. But we again do have all of the other stuff from the other door, so I will put that in. But next up, we're going to take the rest of the stuff out of the boot and all of the airbag stuff, because of course when we're driving this thing sideways, we don't want any of the airbags going off. This one actually has, interestingly, it has curtain airbags up here all the way down the front there, and this side as well. Just here, as you can see, curtain airbag going all the way down, so we'll be taking those out. There is also, I believe these are airbag modules. Can only believe they are because they say airbag on them. And we will of course take the airbag out of here, disconnect the one from the other side as well. We'll get all that done today, but let's get all the stuff out of the boot first. Look at this. You see that? Just there. Something living, breathing, eating, mating probably in the back of the BMW for many, many years. That would have been That'd been where his little house was, whatever it was. I'm assuming it was a mouse or a rat, but yeah, we're going to take that out. I ain't touching that. So taking that out was just unearthed the main reason why I'm doing this, and sorry to bore you guys with multiple episodes of me taking this apart, but this is why we're taking it out. So this is a good amount of water in here, like, I'm going to say, there's what, a couple of inches, I reckon, of water in the back of this. Yeah, it's obviously been there over time. It's made the spare wheel go rusty. This is exactly why I'm taking this car apart. I don't know how much water is in different places. And as you can see, this water is incredibly close to the battery. We have, of course, put a battery in this and assessed that there's no water in this area, which is nice, but literally right next door, there's a ton of water in this part. So I'm glad I'm actually taking all of this out to expose this, and of course we're going to take the spare wheel out. I'm going to try and get rid of this water as well, because there's a lot in the centre of this. Alright, CD changer out of the car. This, honestly, must weigh 15 kilo at least. Alpine, where does it say Alpine? Alpine, just in there. You guys might be able to see that. Alpine, yeah, disc changer. Something you'll never get in a car these days. Well, you'd never get in a car these days. But that's like, the mounting for it is ridiculous. It's like a massive metal mount around all of this. Pretty insane. But that's going to take, you know, 15 kilos, say, or 20 kilos maybe off that corner. It's quite a lot. Hey, hello. Right, I did just myself then, didn't even hear you. Change of plan?
Yeah, we're going to put it all back to standard.
Oh, really? Cool, well, I'll just start that now, shall I?
Is that,
What?
Is that a physical pond?
That's a physical pond in the physical spare wheel well there. Can anybody see it? So you want to put it back to standard and sell it, is that what you're saying?
No, just put it back to standard.
And then just park it? Well,
no, I'm only joking.
What I'll do is I'll leave all the interior stuff that I've put out here, and you can have a look at it, because I don't think it's coming back in. Exposed things, which is good. Race car. It's a race car! Would you say it's a race car? Yeah, I would. Look.
Say it was still virgin on scrap.
I would say that too at this point. Don't, I'll start crying. There's a lot, they put a lot of stuff in these cars. I know that much. Oh, my camera's wonky. What's going on here? Do you know, off camera I didn't actually get it, but this went up my bum again, and I'm sick of that doing that. So next video we're going to cut them off. I have to get in there again, and that goes inside me. I'm going to be pretty pissed.
Do you mean to say you've by a BMW?
I might have been assaulted by this BMW multiple times off camera.
Did you say no?
I said no multiple times. It just carries on trying to ruin me. Literally. We need a hydraulic handbrake for skids and stuff. Hopefully all this weight saving makes a big difference. You'll know when I crash it. You crash it, someone crashes it.
Riding solo.
Are you a fan of Jason Derulo or no?
Jason Derulo.
Oh, is that what it is? Didn't you go to his concert last night?
Me, did you?
Oh, was that the night before?
No, it's Justin Bieber.
Oh, Bieber's alright, isn't he?
Love Bieber, such a squeezer.
Such a oh my, what? Squeezer, you'd like to give him a squeeze. Can you turn that phone off? We're filming.
Oh, sorry.
Rude.
Yeah, they just said if we can get them the links over.
Ooh. Yeah.
Oh, you recording?
I've just got a bit of metal in my hand. The one bit that hasn't got a bit of thing on it. Every video I hurt myself. I think it's gone.
Do you want a Peppa Pig plaster?
Have you got any?
Do you want me to get the water pistol?
What? But yeah.
I don't know if it makes any difference.
It doesn't make any difference. It looks good though, doesn't it? Why, taking it out. There's more red exposed. Also, when we crash it, when things happen, we can get to the bit that's crashed. So, end of play today. I will show you around the car, see how far we have got, because things are happening. Things are happening, especially off camera, because as you can see the bonnet is open. We've actually been sizing up some boost hoses for an intercooler, because we're going to go down a universal route. Anybody can sort of go out there and buy a silicone hose kit and if you knew your lengths, if you knew what you were doing in that sense, you would be able to create an intercooler kit with the silicone hoses. Now that's the way we're gonna go. We could go with, you know, making some fancy aluminium piping next door, hard piping for an intercooler, but we want to go down more of a budget friendly route, something that maybe I could do on my driveway, you guys out there could do on your driveway. So that's why we're gonna go down that route. We should be working with a really awesome company on that as well. So very excited about that, but we were just getting measurements for them to make sure we are working with the right measurements to make sure we can get to there, and then that can go up to there. But we will cover that very soon. The door is on, as you can see. I haven't quite got to the point of putting the door handle and everything on, but everything inside is pretty much ready to go. We have completely gutted all of airbags except for the little bits just up here. I want to make sure the wiring's all right on that side. Everything though, headlining, all of the padding, every padding bit here, all of the CD changer, all the wiring, everything's tucked up and ready to either be snipped or stay in the car and be tucked away. Just want to get the seat belts out. I'll do that off camera though, that's not a problem. Yeah, everything else though is pretty much ready to go inside the car. We might paint the inside of the car at some point when everything's completely gutted and we have the seats in, but we will see what colour we want to go on the outside first though, because we do want to do a budget respray on this, which would be really, really impressive. I say budget respray on the channel. It won't be with cans, it will be properly done, but on a budget way, if that makes any sense. Mainly because George paints cars. Of course he does. So, yeah, inside is looking pretty good. We will assess the door off camera, though. You guys don't need to see me doing the door. And as you can see, inside the boot, everything is off. All of this is out. We will get all this water out when the car is physically out of this lovely place that it's in at the moment. And yeah, all of the wiring ready to go. Just want to assess that I'm not pulling wires out that we actually need. But as you can see, look at that. Absolutely gutted. And finally, this is all the stuff we've taken out. So this is every single piece that has come out of the car, and I can only guess how much weight is actually here. We will of course find out very soon how much weight we've actually taken out of the car. We will put a seat just back in though, because we want to put it on the dyno and various bits and bobs like that. But we're going to end today's video there because I've got to go on the school run. But again, a huge thank you to White Tyres. Honestly, they have come through. And yeah, I can't believe we've got a sponsor for this build. I'm really, really excited to share some tyre shredding with you guys, with those guys as well, because of course we're going to go through tyres when this thing is ready. But thank you so much for watching, guys. Remember, links is in the description to White Tyres. If you want to support them in a way, go and give them a like on Instagram or a like on Facebook. It really does help everyone, because I want those guys to win as well as us enjoying this car when the time comes. But thank you so much for watching, guys. We'll see you on the next one.